like this affect the American way. It affects our daily life.
U.S. Attorney Russ Ferguson choking up at times just after speaking with the mother of Irina Zarutska, the Ukrainian refugee killed in the August attack.
More than 150 people move here every day. We built a city that people want to live in, but we can lose that all if we allow violent crime like this to go on in our streets. And I'm here to tell you, the federal government is going to save our city from that.
The suspect, Carlos Brown Jr., was already charged by North Carolina prosecutors with first-degree murder. He has 14 prior arrests and a history of mental health issues.
We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country.
President Trump in an Oval Office video blaming Democrat policies and pledging again to make cities safe. The White House says an Israeli strike on Hamas in U.S. ally Qatar does not advance Israeli or U.S. goals, and that President Trump spoke with Qatar's leaders today, assuring them such a thing won't happen again on their soil. The U.S. job market much weaker at the end of last year and beginning of this year than initially reported. A revision from the Labor Department says more than 900,000 fewer jobs were created.
And this makes it very clear that President Trump inherited a much worse economy by the Biden administration than ever reported. And it also proves that the Federal Reserve is holding our monetary policy far too restrictive. Interest rates are too high.
White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt also accusing reporters of fear-mongering about inflation. The jobs revision fueling hope for a rate cut when the Fed meets next week. A record day on Wall Street. The Dow up 196 at the bell. The S&P and the NASDAQ also hitting new highs. America is listening to Fox News.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
President Trump again denies he wrote a racy birthday message to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein more than 2 decades ago after a letter was released by House Democrats.
A birthday book from 2003 for suspected sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein was released to the House Oversight Committee by the late financier's estate. It includes what appears to be a suggestive message bearing the signature of President Trump.
The president did not write that letter. He did not sign those documents. He maintains that position.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says attention on Epstein is part of a hoax by Democrats.
Democrats view this story as nothing more than an attempt to distract from the accomplishments and the achievements of this administration.
The birthday book predates any criminal charges against Epstein.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Some Republicans in Congress are part of an ongoing push to release all Epstein files. A first-in-the-nation congestion pricing plan gets another vote of confidence from state and local officials who say it is reducing traffic.
New York City's Metropolitan Transportation Authority joined Governor Kathy Hochul to announce about 17.6 million fewer vehicles have entered Manhattan. That is a 12% drop from last year. Since January, cars and trucks at peak hours have to pay $9 to drive into Midtown and Lower Manhattan. The MTA says its numbers show the traffic declines mean faster commutes on the Brooklyn Bridge as well as the Lincoln and Holland tunnels. The Trump administration tried to halt congestion pricing, but federal courts intervened to stop that effort. Other major cities have been watching the program as a way to solve their own traffic issues. In New York City, Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Neighboring New Jersey has continued to fight congestion pricing in court. Recapping stocks, the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, all with a record close. And Lisa Brady, this is Fox News.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Chest tie. Ooh, looks like they got a portion of it on the block, and it's rolling around inside the 40 to the 35. And the Minnesota Vikings have blocked partially the punt that lands at the 32-yard line. Minnesota coming out of the south end will have it first down at 10, 25 yards on the punt. So things are going the Vikings' way here in this second half. And J.J. McCarthy at quarterback in the shotgun, looking to throw. Down the right side's got an open man to the 2 to the end zone, and the touchdown. With 7:24 to go in the game. Snap, McCarthy RPO, going to keep it himself, runs right to the 10 to the 5, goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
That old familiar feeling was back on Lakeshore Drive last night, my friend. It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Bears lose to the Vikings, blow a lead, give up some points in the fourth quarter. That audio courtesy of our sister station, Q96, which is where you can hear the Bears all season long. Well, was it really same old last night? Was it just beginner's misluck for Ben Johnson's regime? What happened, Evan Stone? What did you see?
Obviously, it's a frustrating loss. I mean, that was a gut punch. The vibes that were coming out of the first half, really out of the third quarter still, even though Caleb struggled in the third quarter as well. The vibes coming out of that first half was like, the Bears are back, baby. They're back. It was fun.
It was a fun couple drives, including that opening drive, capped off with the touchdown, and that big boy run that Caleb had, lowering the shoulder and getting to the pylon and all that. Yeah, buddy.
Yep. Defense flying around, making plays, and the pick six, electric, of course.
Electric.
Nahshon Wright hit 21.7 miles per hour on that return.
Pretty awesome. He had a great preseason, and everything was clicking until it wasn't. And the night ended with the Boo Birds out for the first time for Ben Johnson at Soldier Field, and something where that apathy for Bears fans was just like, yep, here we are again.
I got a couple of things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you asked, is it same old, same old?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I was bummed by the loss, gut punched. I said here yesterday on the radio waves that we all ride on that I thought the Bears would win by a touchdown, and through 75% of the game, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, I'm not, stuff just turned the way that it typically turns. But honestly, what it looked like in the fourth quarter is it looked like a team that had continuity and kept pushing versus a new culture trying to bend that mentality of here we go again.
Yeah, you don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill, but this feels a little bit more than a molehill, and what I mean is the offensive line play. There was a lot of positive stuff online for Bears fans. I saw a lot of that, like, no, this is different, look at how poised Caleb is, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, he had a clean pocket, but it's tough to get into the end zone when you keep moving backwards with 5 penalties, 4 false start penalties, for 65 yards up to that point.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the things that I feel better about. If you're looking at self-made mistakes that kill drives, that kill teams, those feel easier connected.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, why can I not?
Because you're frustrated.
I am.
You stayed
corrected.
You stayed up late and watched the same debacle everybody else did.
I did stay up late. Not a whole lot of.
You weren't staying up late.
Not a whole lot of sleep last night.
You weren't up to watch Rush Hour 2, my friend.
It feels easier to correct some of those things, false start penalties, some of those holding calls, than some of the things that we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
That it's like I could see for the majority of that game, I could see, oh, okay, I see what they're trying to do. Second half, Caleb Williams was disgusting.
Missed a lot of throws, man. Missed a lot of throws.
I saw today he had the highest miss rate of any quarterback that played this weekend.
Yep, he did.
And that's after starting the game 90% accuracy.
Yeah, couldn't have had a better start. I mean,
man.
Flashbacks of good Rex, bad Rex, right? Like, that's how it felt. And when we talk about the missed throws, Troy Aikman did a great job, I thought, last night of illustrating what Caleb was looking at, where he was trying to go with the ball. There was the one play in particular, DJ Moore on a go route, breaks free. There's nobody within 25 yards of him. This is the easiest walk-in touchdown
just zooms
of DJ Moore's career. That's what it should be. But the first look for Caleb was the check down to Zacchaeus. And then he airmails one into the third row and misses Moore completely. Those are the things that you went, man, we saw a lot of this last year.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson doesn't strike me as the most patient guy in the world either. He seems like, at least from what I gathered so far this year, his pressers, the way he's talked, it's a little bit more. He seems to be a bit more accountable, including in the postgame last night, than, say, a guy like Eberflus was last year.
Yeah. Another thing that is encouraging to me is that it looked like a team that was playing off high emotion, a team that was playing excited, and then as the game wore on, especially on that defensive side of the ball in the fourth quarter, as J.J. McCarthy started to turn it around and figure some things out.
Boy, he grew over 4 quarters, didn't he?
My gosh. Well,
didn't he look like a rookie and then all of a sudden an all-pro by the end of the game?
I'm going to say this, too. The Bears' defense in the fourth quarter looked like a defense that had a lot of injuries and didn't have a lot of their starters out there.
Didn't have a lot of answers. I mean, it was interesting when Coach Dennis Allen, cousin Dennis, when he would dial up the pressure on Minnesota in the first half versus the second half. And it is easy to feel like same old, same old. We've already seen a couple of texts roll in on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. But here's somebody, a couple of guys that agree with you, sir, that it's still different, and just to calm down. And that would be Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. This is from the postgame last night on the ESPN broadcast of Monday Night Football. Check this out.
Feels different. This feels like, okay, yeah, they lost the game. Caleb Williams looked like a more poised quarterback. They've got Ben Johnson. This is the start. And I think Bears fans think, and I think rightfully so, that this is the beginning of something exciting with the Chicago Bears. It wasn't going to be in 1 week. It's going to be a chunk of the season, maybe an entire season, but they have to know coming out of this 2025 season that they've got their head coach. They know that. Right. But do they have their quarterback? And I think tonight, for the most part, we saw an improved Caleb Williams who started 10 for 10. There was a lot of good stuff going on. They had the game in their hand, and then they had the penalty on the intentional grounding. They had a holding call, and all of a sudden they're backed up, and the thing flipped. But I don't think Bears fans are going to give up on this new plan.
No, nor should they. And they're telling me we got to go. I'm just interested, Troy, as a quick thought. Do you share that sentiment that it ends? Obviously, no one wanted it to be a loss, but there's enough positives in there to build moving forward.
I do. I do. I think they've got the right staff, and there's a lot of optimism right now. It looked good for a while. This is going to be a tough loss, of course, but I do think this is different. I think fans will feel different, even though this is a devastating loss as they've experienced at other times. Yeah, I would agree with what Joe said.
Man, always great to be with you. Look forward to doing it throughout this season. We'll talk again next week.
All right.
So, yes, he is, Scott. We'll talk next week.
Scott, we love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Mr. Van Pelt. That's Joe Buck and Troy Aikman talking about what they saw last night. And for Troy to be positive, but at the same time go, it's a devastating loss like the Bears have experienced before. Again, I didn't expect Boo Birds to be out, even if it went the way it went. Like I watched the whole game, right? I'm mentally prepared to go. Somewhere in the middle of the third quarter, you're looking at that score going 17-6. Nope. No, we've seen this movie 100 times, and we know how it ends.
I think,
and then it happened, and so then it was like, okay, my mind went to, I want to see how Ben Johnson handles the Chicago media after something like this, because it was stunning even to a lot of the reporters that would normally be grilling the head coach in that situation.
Yeah, I think the Boo Birds came out because of how quickly it turned.
Yeah.
And that mentality that fans have of, here we go again.
Yeah.
Here we go again. But it was, the loss was, it was hilarious in some ways as the Bears do lose. Cairo Santos
got to put one through
the field goal, and then how do you not kick that ball out of the back of the end zone?
Oh, what there's plenty of blame to go around, as there usually
I
is
ju-
when
I just
a
don't
team
understand.
loses. But I saw a lot of cut Santos online from fans, a whole lot of that. Missing the field goal. Not putting the ball through the back of the end zone when they needed it to happen. Or there was a lot of people that were, why not do an onside kick there? You got to call it now. You got to inform the officials that you're setting up for it. But even in that regard, if it gets on the ground and it's immediately down, okay, well then you still, in theory, you don't burn the 2-minute warning. In theory.
Here's the thing is onside kicks are nearly impossible in the NFL right now.
Well, and I'm not even saying to recover. I'm just saying do an onside kick, get a tight end or somebody, whoever's on that special team squad for the Vikings, to dive on the ball. You down them, that's it. You maybe burn a second, but they still have to run a play before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
That's how it would have worked in theory.
Yeah, in theory. And in theory, your NFL kicker just kicks it out of the back of the end zone.
Or you'd prefer to just do that, yeah.
Because if you don't get the onside kick and then you do get the stop and they punt, I mean, that's so easy for them to just pin you deep. If you kick it out of the back of the end zone, you gain, 15, 20 yards of field position there. At the end of the day, we got a text in here. Scott in Terre Haute says the same old on the Max One City Recycling text line. Ben Johnson got out-coached.
Well, second half he sure did.
Here's what I want to say about that is that I get it. There was some issues in that second half. I also just want to say it was Ben Johnson's first ever game as a head coach.
Sure.
Going against one of the hottest head coaches in the NFL, the Vikings head coach, Kevin O'Connell.
Yep.
And Brian Flores, who's gone up against Ben Johnson multiple times.
Flores is one of the most underrated defensive minds in football.
And he's one of the best defensive minds in football, and it took him till the fourth quarter to turn it around. So, I think did he get out coached at the end of the game? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yes. But was it like coaching malpractice? No.
I would take Ben Johnson 10 out of 10 times over Eberflus or
I think he's
Dr. Death, Mark Trestman, or John Fox, or any of the other 30 coaches that have been there prior to him.
Yeah.
Save for maybe Lovey. But I mean, here's what I can compare last night's loss to in this regard. It kind of reminds me of the Khalil Mack game. Right after Mack is traded, and the Bears already had this really good top 10 defense before week 1, and that's a primetime game that year against the Packers. And Matt comes out and just wrecks shop. Remember the big fumble on Rodgers? And isn't that what y'all wanted? The Bears ended up losing that game after having I think it was like a 20-7 lead, 21-7 lead. They lost 24-21. That's what it felt like last night.
Yeah.
It felt similar to that. Now, that season ended up with you going 12-4, winning the division, and having a nice chance at a potential Super Bowl run. We don't need to bring up Cody Parkey, the name we don't mention, but I said it. But I'm just saying, I didn't mean to say it. I just had to mention how it went. So maybe what I'm saying is, when the season's all said and done, this will all be Cairo Santos' fault. That's what I'm really getting.
Well, I think Tessa needs to calm down on the text line.
My goodness.
Why don't you calm down over there?
Vikings,
Anthony Jones, too. Are you going to read that?
Well, I'll start with Tessa.
Are you going to read Tessa's?
She gave the hot emoji on the Max Twin City Recycling.
Is he a good-looking dude?
She says, Vikings head coach is hottest in more way than one. I added the but she did I can't do the sweating emoji. Anthony makes a good point. Or just kick it out of bounds. Now, you could do that. You could kick it out of bounds. You lose nothing off the clock. You're also putting the Vikings at the 40. All right, so now
you lose some yards, but also I'll just come back to this. Yeah, you could kick it out of bounds, but also at the end of the day, you have an NFL kicker. Kick it out of the back of the ends. What did he? Yeah. Did he slip? Does he not have that strength in his leg? Like what is going on? Every NFL kicker should, with ease, where they're kicking it off from now, be able to put it out of the back of the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he was distracted by the hotness of Kevin O'Connell.
Give him a heater.
Give him the heater.
Listen, I'm whatever. It was a game.
Yeah.
It was a game that was frustrating. It's a gut punch. You don't want to lose a home game to a divisional opponent that you should win.
Yeah.
That hurts. However, it's not a game to make me say it's all over. No. Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, it's a mess. It's trash. It's not going to work. We're done. It's the same old, same old. I don't think it's same old, same old. I'm frustrated with the loss. However, I'm still encouraged enough that I think moving forward, I like what we have. Because at the end of the day, and I'm going to bring this up again, you're down your second string running back.
Yeah.
Roshan Johnson's not there.
Yeah, Roshan would have made a difference on several short yardage situations last night.
You don't have Kyler Gordon. You don't have Jalen Johnson, which is huge. Which I will say, I thought the secondary did pretty well.
I thought the secondary was a strength for the most part last night. I really did.
Yep. Austin Booker is still out, so you know he's a couple weeks back.
Jonathan Owens making plays left and right in a normally in a backup role. I mean they.
Yeah. But the plays that hurt when you think of Aaron Jones going down the sideline, wide open for a touchdown.
Yeah, well,
listen.
You're missing T.J. Edwards, and that might have been the biggest.
T.J. Edwards,
that might have been
the
biggest loss that the Bears had last night because there were some missed tackles late in the game that guy doesn't normally miss.
Well, and the Vikings' run game in that fourth quarter just turned on.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Listen, it sounds like we're making excuses. No. This loss is frustrating.
I'm not making any excuses.
It's bad. The reason I'm not jumping off the cart.
I'm not going to let you jump off the ledge either, sir. I'm going to keep you in the cart and on the ledge.
It's week one. It's the most fun time to overreact to things. Just like you said, let's give it some time. Let's see what Ben Johnson does after this.
Well,
let's see how they come out against the Lions.
Well, that's what's intriguing about this is because the Lions looked like the Lions of old against the Packers on Sunday. And now here's Ben Johnson's second game, and you're going there, right? This is on the road. So you're going back into that house coming off of a really heartbreaking loss. It's going to be tough for Bears fans to accept two of those in a row, right? Especially looking at how bad the Lions were. But one cannot grieve forever, sir. And Ben Johnson, I'm sure, will turn the page and move on to week 2 soon enough. But this one stings
probably
today.
Already has.
I hope so. I hope Caleb Williams has as well. We got some good news, some cool news today from the world of Fighting Illini football.
More stadium news.
Some stadium news, and it was breaking news earlier today. If you missed it, there's a new name for Memorial Stadium. And a big donation that came as well. So we will get into that next. It's The Drive.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
At Freedom Roofing, they stand for quality, integrity, and the American way. Locally owned and built on trust, they take pride in protecting what matters most, your home. Their expert team delivers top-notch craftsmanship with unbeatable customer service because you deserve nothing less. When storms hit or roofs age, call the name that stands for strength. Freedom Roofing, proudly serving our community because your roof should be as strong as the country we call home. Freedom Roofing, built on trust, powered by integrity. Visit freedomchampaign.com.
Confused by all the Medicare mail? You're not alone. At the Rumsey Group, your local Medicare agency, we'll sit down with you, review your doctors and prescriptions, and help you choose a plan that fits your needs. Call the Rumsey Group today at 217-363-3031. Don't wait. The annual enrollment period ends on December 7th. We're the Rumsey Group. No pressure, just the help you need.
All right, so let's talk about it. What about Gail Frericks Trucking? How are you with drivers, et cetera? How's it going?
Hey, we're coming down to the time where we're going to get some grain going in the fields. Our regional over-the-road trucks are pretty well full, but what we do is have a couple of spots that we bring in some new people to start out hauling the grain out of the field. They're home every night. They make good money, and they work a lot over 6 or 7 weeks. That's all dictated by the weather, so if the weather's good on the weekend, we're going, and then those people just transition into a regional job when the grain's done.
Awesome. Need good people for that, for sure.
Yep, need 2 or 3 good people for that. We'll be starting here in probably 3 or 4 weeks.
How do you get that process started, Tim Onstott?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com. They can call the office at 765-793-7131.
And you hit number 4 for that
hit
auto
number
attendant.
4 on the auto attendant, yeah.
When feeling better can't wait, visit Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Convenient locations, hours to fit your schedule, and no appointment necessary. Plus, you don't have to be a Christie Clinic patient. Receive health care when and where you need it with Christie Clinic Convenient Care. Christie Clinic accepts Health Alliance and most other major insurance plans. Visit ChristieClinic.com to find the convenient care closest to you.
Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheese, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Carpet Weaver's Labor Day sale is here with big savings, a huge selection, and everything you need to update your home. Choose Mohawk waterproof luxury vinyl floors or Mohawk Revwood, and the installation is half off. Buy Mohawk carpet and the installation is free. Plus, get up to $1,000 rebate on Mohawk carpets and floors, and get instant rebates on all furniture and rugs. All with special 2 years free financing. Don't miss the Labor Day sale. Only at Carpet Weavers.
We use the word Oski around here, sir.
The O is for...
Oh, we got a new name for the stadium. That's what it's for.
Oh.
ESPN Radio 93.5. It is the drive.
New name.
Not a new name.
An added name.
An update to the name.
Updated name?
Yeah, some breaking news in regards to Memorial Stadium earlier today. About an hour and a half ago, press release came out that U of I alum Larry Geese, who you may recognize that name from the Geese College of Business at the U of I, made a $100 million gift to the Illinois Division of Intercollegiate Athletics.
Hello.
And that is the largest gift in DIA history and represents one of the largest single gifts ever received by a college athletics program. That's the first part of the press release out today.
Yeah.
So let me give you a little bit more. Geese, whose name also adorns the university's College of Business, is one of the most influential philanthropists in Illinois history, and his unprecedented support will create an immediate and lasting impact for current and future Fighting Illini student athletes. In recognition of Geese's contribution, Illinois' Memorial Stadium, just 1 year removed from its 100th anniversary, will now be known as Geese Memorial Stadium. So there you go, sir.
There you go.
What do you think? Any instant reactions?
Well, I did have some instant reactions.
Okay.
The first instant reaction was $100 million.
That'll go a long way towards facilities and doing,
That's
improving equipment and.
My gosh, that's a lot of IOUs.
Maybe some, yeah.
Ooh, that's a big one. You might want to hold on to that one.
Hold on that one. 100,000. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
100 mil in this case.
100 million is a huge, like you said, it's the largest gift the DIA has ever received.
Ever. Yeah.
I would like to see now, what is the DIA going to do with those funds? How are they going to earmark it? Obviously, a lot of it is going to go to football because that's the where the name is getting updated. And so my first thought was this is big boy football stuff.
Well, that's yeah. Yeah, I mean
this is what the big programs do is they go out and they get money and they get buco bucks and they spend it on their programs. And then I gotta say, and we got a text from Matt and Sydney on the Maximum City Recycling text line.
Yeah.
Which go ahead and shoot us a text. How do you feel about this? 217-359-2255. For it, against it, don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever. He says, as a veteran, I don't like it. Because of who the stadium was originally named for, I feel it should be chiseled in. And that's the big deal. We're Memorial Stadium.
Well, I've seen a lot of that from other fans that are veterans online or fans that have veterans in their family. I have seen plenty of that on social media today.
Yeah.
I've also seen a lot of positive stuff. People excited about it. Now, I want to play you something real quick. It's about a minute and a half. This is audio that Whitman put out. It was from a video, basically a video, letting people know what had happened, announcing the new name of the stadium. So
because I do have thoughts on this, and I've not seen this video, so let's hear what Josh says, and then let's.
And it will address some of Matt's concerns, so at least they'll attempt to. So give this a listen.
Each year, the University of Illinois produces thousands of graduates capable of bringing transformational change to the world. Occasionally, one of them returns home and brings that transformational change to us. Larry Geese, proud alumnus and the namesake of our world-renowned Geese College of Business, is one such person. With his record-breaking $100 million commitment, Larry is opening an exciting new partnership with Fighting Illini Athletics that promises to accelerate our program's upward trajectory. More championships, more graduates, more fans, more impact on our campus, our region, and our world. Larry is making this gift in honor of his late father, Larry Geese Sr., who was a veteran of the United States Army. To commemorate his father's service and Larry's remarkable support, we will add the Geese name to our beloved home of Fighting Illini football. From this day forward, it will be known as Geese Memorial Stadium. With Larry's support, Geese Memorial Stadium will continue to stand as a proud beacon of hope, service, and sacrifice for those who have served our great nation, a unifying force and a gathering place for lifetime memories past, present, and future. Please join us in thanking Larry Geese, one of this university's great philanthropists, in marking this seminal moment in the storied history of Geese Memorial Stadium.
And you can check that video out. We've got it for you on the Drive social media. Follow us at the Drive 935 on Twitter and Instagram. So there you go. That was, I'm sure, when this was all coming together, that was a concern. Like, we need to make sure we continue to honor what this stadium originally represented.
Yep.
And there's a direct connection there between Larry and his dad's service. So, I'll leave that up to other people to decide how they feel about it personally. I'm not dissuaded one way or the other.
Yeah.
Like, when I read the news, I went, okay. It's, Geese College of Business Geese is already such a big deal on campus. It's not very surprising to me. And that donation number, though, that made my eyes bulge. Like, whoa, $100 million, okay.
Yeah.
To your point, yeah, big boy stuff when it comes to college athletics. And hopefully you see that pay off with upgrades to facilities. They've already done a lot of upgrades to the facilities on campus, too. So the idea would be, I would think, keep things state-of-the-art and updated every year.
Well,
I would think.
What I would like to see is some more of the finished renovations within Memorial Stadium.
There you go. Now you're talking. Yeah.
Kind of on that east side and in the south end zone, and bringing stands closer to the field down there in the south end zone. I mean, that'd be nice. But my initial thoughts were $100 million's awesome.
Yeah.
It's almost
it's pretty good.
It's almost half of Micah Parsons' salary. It's whatever. I thought, $100 million is awesome. My next thought was, the name.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what I will say about that is because they're keeping it Geese Memorial Stadium, I I think that's big. I don't think any of this would have happened. They didn't want to lose that name, obviously.
Sure.
But you look at historically around the country, even in the professional leagues and even here locally in Champaign, when the Assembly Hall
State Farm Center
becomes the State Farm Center.
Yeah, I see where you're going.
Because you need to pay the bills.
Yeah.
And when a huge sponsor comes through and says, hey, we will pay those bills for you, but we want to rename something.
Yeah.
You just locked in because it's a veteran, because it's an alum, because it's somebody who's in this area. You just locked in Memorial Stadium for the rest of Illinois football potential history.
Yeah.
So if they want to throw Geese in front of Memorial Stadium but keep the honor and the heritage of Memorial Stadium, I think that's great.
Something else I saw a lot online were people asking, is it still going to be Zupke Field? Yes, that's not changing at all. It's still Zupke Field.
And Kyler on the Maximum City Recycling text line just said pretty much the same thing. People might be mad about the naming of the stadium, but it could have been changed to Crypto Stadium.
Ugh.
But Memorial Stadium is still in the name. He made the donation with wanting to keep the name Memorial Stadium in there with dedication to his father and other vets.
And I'll say this as well. If it really does bother some people, you're still going to refer to it as Memorial Stadium. Where are you going to be? The game. Where's the game? It's at home. Where? At Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
The signage might change or something like that. And it'll be people younger than us, you know what I mean, that eventually the name is Geese Memorial Stadium. But for the most part, people are going to still call it. That's just human nature and how our brains have been trained for the last 100 years with it. So, no.
Yeah, so there's
Ooh, here's one from Anthony. Do you see this? I'll throw this out on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. He says, pushback sounds like it's a memorial to Geese as opposed to a memorial to vets. I've seen some of that online too. There's healthy conversation we're having with this today.
Yeah, I don't know what you do. And that's what even my wife said this. She's like, why can't you can put $100 million into it and get a plaque or do something, the Geese West Stands or the Geese Press Box. Why do you have to put his name in front of Memorial Stadium?
I think it's because it's the largest donation ever.
And I said, when you got $100 million, you can put your name wherever you want.
Yeah.
So, I get that. I'm not going to say, I don't know how else you do that, but if it's, hey, I got $100 million for you, I want it to be Geese Memorial, or I got $0 for you, and I'll just keep rocking with the business school. All right, Geese Memorial. Go ahead and pop that bad boy up there.
Well, and the press release is a pretty long one. You're welcome to dive into it, but I didn't see anywhere in there anything about like negotiating on the name or anything like that.
Yeah,
it was just like, wow, you made this thing. Yeah, and they wouldn't. You infer what you want out of that.
Yeah,
it's what we do in the world of sports. Sports fans are the best about reading between the lines when it comes to their favorite teams, organizations, whatever. So
yeah.
But yeah, $100 million donation. I mean, it's an exciting day for Illini athletics. It's an exciting day for sure.
That's good money that is only going to help your 9th-ranked Illinois football
sorry
team. It's only going to help them and Coach Bielema continue on this trajectory and on this trend of heading upwards and being a constant. So, this is something, Geese Memorial Stadium, we're going to be talking about this for, a year or two, and then we'll never talk about it again.
I can imagine there'll be lots of jokes and kidding around and conversation about it this Saturday at Geese Memorial Stadium. And as the Illini sold-out game, my friend, taking on the Western Michigan Broncos. You going to be there for that one? You going to be at home for that one?
I'm going to be officiating a wedding.
Oh, all right. Good for you. Now you're ordained, or did you get on the website and just pay $20 to be ordained?
I am. Well,
did you go to ordainme.com
or ordainsomething.com?
Ordainandevan.com.
Ordainandevan.com. No, I'm ordained. I've done plenty of weddings. If you'd like me to do your wedding, go ahead and text in at the Max Twin City. I'm just kidding. But no, I will be happily officiating a very special wedding this weekend. But 6 p.m. kick, that's reception time. So I'm all on the iPad after that. So we're good to go. My job's done at that point.
It is done. It's just like you get to sit there and eat the chicken or beef, whatever it is you get, and the mashed potatoes, and you can look up and be like, hey, are they doing the Cupid shuffle yet? Okay, no, not yet. We still got to do toast. Okay, back to watching the game. There you go.
No, mine, if they play Yeah by Usher, I'm out there. We got two ultimate, both sides of the spectrum texts that just came in.
All right, hit me with it.
So we've got a couple. So we got Anthony and Jake and Kyle, Matt. We got some people who are just basically saying, hey, it's Memorial Stadium. It's dedicated to fallen soldiers in World War I. Which, how many people, this is an honest question.
Mm-hmm.
How many people who are sitting inside that stadium on a Saturday evening afternoon know why it's called Memorial Stadium?
I wish I could sit here and push back on that, but I'm
not sure. Obviously, I'm sure that they would know. It's for, it's patriotic, it's caring, it's,
I would think most fans our age and older would probably know. I would like to hope that the college students would know, the kids that are in the student section just from being on campus.
Well, here's the thing. I think they would know.
I'm becoming an old, so I don't know.
They would know the idea behind it, but if you asked, hey, what war is this memorializing? Soldiers going to what war? I would venture to guess 90% of the students would not know which war. It's World War II. So not to diminish it, but I'm saying anything, if this helps bring more awareness, we're going to be talking about it now. So I get those.
Well, it is creating the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. I get those. And then Lindy pops in, and I appreciate this, says, I'm a vet. They can change the name to the whole dang school for all I care. Get a national championship.
There you go.
So, it's kind of it's both sides. Heath says on Maximum City Recycling text line, would also hope that the money would go towards the East Side Horseshoe. Also curious if any of it can go to NIL, or is that allowed anymore? It is. It is allowed. I mean, the school can pay. I'm pretty sure. If I'm not a lawyer yet, but as I've been reading through it, I'm pretty sure the school can still pay through NIL. I would bet this money has been earmarked for the program as a whole and not NIL.
Yeah.
But I'd have to read the whole press release. I haven't really seen it.
And the NIL money is always capped as well, not like a salary cap, but there's similar, but it's not the same. We've had a few come in. Jake from Muhammad on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. We can make all the excuses we want. It's wrong to put someone's name on something that is supposed to be devoted to fallen soldiers. If he really cared, he would donate the money without needing his name on the building. I think he meant to say, did they poll local veterans for making this decision because this is a PR fail? I think that's why they put out the video the way they did, that it's dedicated to his father, who was a veteran. And if I've learned anything in life, there's no decision you can make in the space of leadership that makes everybody happy. Impossible. Yeah.
So if it comes out later, it's like, hey, we turned down $100 million donation because we wanted to keep it just simply Memorial Stadium. You're going to have people who are like, you know what, that is, I respect that. And you're going to have a heck of a lot of people who are like, what are we doing? Do we even care about winning? So I'm not sure. Big Def comes in though. Always love Big Def texts. World War I, I'd be mad at most Illini fans who don't know that. You should know the columns too. When I took my 7-year-old son to his first Illinois football game last year, the first thing we did is we walked through the columns.
You told me about that. Yeah.
The very first thing we walked in, once we got into the building, the first thing we did is we went to the Red Grange and then the Dick Butkus statue.
Yeah.
And then we went up and we walked through the columns, and I showed him the names on the columns. And a 7-year-old doesn't fully understand it, but the idea of honor and sacrifice, and this is what makes this place special. So I care about this. It's World War I. Those are the fallen soldiers in World War I. You can go up there, you can read their names, you can touch the names of young boys, honestly, that went and fought and died for their country. And then Big Def says, despite my indignation for fans who wouldn't know the name, for $100 million, Geese can go ahead and put his name on it. So I think that's it. It's not. It's might sound like it's a memorial for geese, but you take 5 seconds to look it up or read about it, and you realize it's not.
I love it.
And yes, if we can get that horseshoe or the east side renovated,
that would be nice. That would be nice.
If we can bring the horseshoe closer to the field, I've been talking to lots of the college students the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. They do not like the north end zone student section.
No.
They want to be back where the block eye used to be when they made the most noise on the 40-yard line. They're in the game. They're, so.
Yeah. Richard in Rantoul, I still refer to it as Assembly Hall, and I will still refer to it as Memorial Stadium. Yeah, again, that's just how we're wired.
Well, that's its name.
Yeah. It's still.
You don't have to say Geese. It's still Memorial Stadium.
It's still Memorial Stadium. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't think anyone's going to get angry at you if you don't call it Geese Memorial Stadium again. I think people are still going to call it Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
But to Richard's point, like I've been going to concerts at some of the same venues for 25 years. I always point out Indianapolis and it's now Ruoff Music Center, but for 25, 30 years it was Deer Creek. So to this day, people are like, I'm going to see so and so at Deer Creek Music Center. I'm going to see the game at Memorial Stadium on Saturday.
I'm an updated man of the people.
You're an updated man of the people. What does that mean?
I don't know, but I think I'm gonna...
word OSCE.
Is that what it means?
I could put it in there.
Okay.
The O is for updated. I'm gonna call it Memorial Stadium because that's still its name. I mean, I don't need to call it Geese.
The O is for geese.
The O is for our geese. So, this is interesting, and I'm just thankful for $100 million check. I'm more excited about how they use it, and if they use it well, then throw Geese up there. Whatever. Now, if they, as the kids would say, fumble the bag, then Geese at the front of Memorial Stadium is going to be a little bit more harder to swallow. So,
well, we'll see over the next few years. I mean, here's what I can tell you: this is a huge donation, right? We know that. And your head coach is locked in for the rest of his career. It's the way, unless something crazy happens with Brett Bielema. I mean, that's why he just got the new deal, so he can finish his career here. So it's all kind of tied and married together. Whitman with these two head coaches in Brett and Brad, and this donation. I mean, it's like you said when all this started, when we started this conversation, this is big boy stuff. So I'm interested to see how this plays out for the next 4 or 5 years. All right, we're due for a break. This has been a fun conversation. I'm sure we're going to have plenty more of this throughout the afternoon. So lots of Bears stuff, lots of Illini stuff, and
it says I last read the DIA owes $314 million for facilities. That's a text 217 number.
217.
Yeah, and we owe China $8 billion trillion $100. Good luck getting it from us. That's what I say.
My guy Scott in Terre Haute, anyone over 30 says Deer Creek. Thank you, sir. Yes, we do. Back to the 217 text. Yeah, we just we just need a few more concerts is really what we got to do.
We just need one guy to get Micah Parsons' contract.
We need
and we'd be set, man.
We need one Micah Parsons.
There actually are a lot more little facets to that owing money and how it's covered and what this is coming in to do, and so it's not apples to apples. But go ahead. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back. I got a couple other things to get into.
All right, baby. Let's do it. It's The Drive.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has strived to provide high-quality care with a personal touch. To continue our mission of we listen, we care, we are seeking engaged team members who are focused on improving patient lives, adding value, and increasing capacity to better serve our growing community. Christie Clinic offers competitive pay, great benefits, and advancement opportunities. Come join our team. Visit ChristieClinic.com to view open positions and apply.
One unmistakable voice, one night only, an evening with Amy Grant, live in concert. Multiple Grammy and Dove Award winner, Amy Grant, live in concert. A night that will get your feet moving and your heart beating. Amy Grant, live in concert, September 22nd at the Virginia Theater in Champaign, Illinois. Tickets are on sale now at amygrant.com. Grab your friends and make plans now for the night you'll be talking about all year.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Urbana's Market at the Square is huge on Saturday mornings from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine. For 6 weeks, we now welcome Urbana's Night Market at the Square from 6 to 9 on Thursday evenings. A vibrant, unique evening experience with food trucks, live music and painting, art and maker vendors. Bring your chairs and blankets and have some fun at Urbana's Night Market at the Square Thursday evenings from 6 to 9.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Yeah, buddy. It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Big news day for Illini Athletics and Illini football. Larry Geese donated $100 million, and the largest donation in the history of Illinois athletics. And now Memorial Stadium, Geese Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
And people have some strong feelings in all sorts of directions about it. We are just here to facilitate those and keep that conversation going. You can chime in on the Max Twin City Recycling text line, 217-359-2255. Evan, you said you had a couple more thoughts before we caught that last break.
Yeah. I do like Mark on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. He says they could name it the Fighting Geese.
No, those are next to the Buffalo Wild Wings in
I was about
Savoy.
to say, those are in the Walmart parking lot.
Those are in the Walmart parking
apparently
lot.
it's illegal for me to hit with my car.
That's very illegal. You cannot do that, sir.
Yeah, that's not okay.
You know, I actually, well, of course it was an accident, but I hit a squirrel over the weekend, and I felt bad about it. Normally they get out of the way, you know.
Little bugger.
Yeah, I'm sorry, squirrel.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And I do think so. So Matt brings up a good point on the text line. He says, "Why are there not more tributes to fallen soldiers and individuals that have served in both the State Farm Center and Memorial Stadium?" So when you go to the State Farm Center, and he brings this up, they have that little Hall of Fame section where you can go walk through kind of the history of Illinois basketball. And he brings up a good point in this too, that it's already pretty outdated. It feels too small. It feels kind of whatever. I think that's a big piece of it, is that it updates and changes so quickly and so fast.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep a space like that truly relevant.
Well, we were talking with Shauna Green, right, last week, and I mentioned how much fun it is when you get to take your family to the Illini women's games. They just do it right. One of the things that all the kiddos want to do is go through there.
Yeah.
Every kid wants to go through there. And to your point, it's kind of tough to do that. And to Matt's point is just because it feels like kind of a smaller space.
It is.
I'm not knocking it, but it's just you get, 50, 60 kids trying to go through there at the same time. Good luck.
And I think if you're looking at renovations of the south end zone, of the horseshoe, or of the east stands, I mean, I would be shocked if they did not incorporate somehow into the south end zone or the east main, what do they call it? Entrance hall.
Yeah.
Where all the concession stands are. There's a word that is escaping my mind.
Entrance works.
If they would not have a designated section to celebrate not just the history of Illinois football, but why do we call it Memorial Stadium?
Yeah.
I would not be shocked if they had an entire section that said Geese Memorial Stadium, and then underneath it was a spot where you could learn why is this called Memorial Stadium.
Sure. I think that makes a ton of sense.
And walk through and be able to see all of that. But once again, all of that, I mean, that costs money. When you're trying to build a football program and lead an entire department of intercollegiate athletics, and you've got a finite amount of money, you're going to use it on the specifics, the team itself. And thank you, Muhammad listener. The Great West Hall or the Great East Hall. That's exactly what I was thinking of. And you have a finite amount of money. You're going to use it on the team, on the facilities that help the team win. And kind of what gets put at the end of the pecking order is the fan experience.
Yeah.
And when you get $100 million, all of a sudden, maybe you got a chance to, elevate the fan experience and what makes it better. And all of that to say, Matt's texting here too. I can't remember Illinois having a better AD than Josh Whitman. What do you guys think? I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Certainly, I mean, we can go back to the 80s and early 90s and talk Illini football and things like that, or the Flying Illini in that era of basketball. We can talk plenty about that in the 80s at that time. But like the amount of change that has happened and a commitment to trying to win. Say what you want about how it all turned out with Lovie Smith. That was a big deal.
It was a bold move.
It was a bold move when it happened. It was a big deal when it happened. Was it a disaster? Well, yeah. But it's worked out A-okay with our guy Bert, my friend. It's worked out just fine. But, I mean, that's what we're talking about when we talk about Josh Whitman. He has a vision for this university. He has that connection and cares about the success of athletics with the U of I.
Yeah. 217 texter, I think it's sad what money can buy.
Yes.
I want to pause this. I agree. As you look all around our nation today, sad what money can buy, but also national championships. I mean, it takes money. If you want a successful athletic program, you need money coming into the program.
Yeah.
You need this.
Imagine if you are one of the people in charge of donations at the U of I. And you get the email for this one. I mean, I'm sure Larry reached right out to Whitman directly. But imagine, you're like a 25-year-old.
They might have each other's number. Yeah,
you're a 25-year-old kid. You graduated a year or two ago. This is your first big job, and you're on the university campus. And you get this email. It says, "Hello, Evan.
I would like to give $100 million." I'd be like, is this some prince in Western Africa? Like, what?
This is spam. Delete.
All you got to do is give me a bank account to send this to. Put that in the spam mail.
This is the 8th time this week I've got one of these.
Yeah, my gosh.
Oh, there's that Curtis Allen guy with his $50 again. Thank you, sir. We know
Thank
that
you,
one's
Curtis.
Love it.
One day you'll have a pass to Lot 31.
Yeah, for now. You know what I got for now? I got the magnet, sir. I got the eye
There you
magnet.
go. Okay.
And I sport it proudly.
I guarantee this $100 million didn't get Geese a pass in Lot 31 because that's like impossible to get. My gosh.
Tough, yeah.
If y'all are in there, hook a brother up because.
Talking to you, Lante, buddy. Come on now. Come on.
That's real
let's
royalty.
Have a cold one. Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of Illinois football athletics. I do agree. You can go back to the 80s, but if I look at Josh Whitman, not just simply basketball, and football, but women's basketball.
Oh my goodness.
Golf,
tennis,
like,
volleyball. Yeah.
There's a couple programs you might have to take a look at.
The man works, and he's there. He's at all these games. He's all over campus.
This is the most well-rounded Illinois athletics has maybe ever been.
Yeah. It's a good time. It's a good time. Heath, do those guys on the text line, do those guys answering calls work on commission? I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what? I was up for a job.
Just a race to Whitman's desk. Yeah. I got it first. I got it.
I was up for a job. Real quick story because we got to catch a break and catch news. I was up for a job once not that long ago, and it was going to be working with a group in Champaign, and it was supposed to be about donations, and that was a salary job. So I'm going to guess probably not, but it would be something if you're that 25-year-old and you get the email from Larry Geese, and you, hey, that's a pretty good 15% commission I just got.
Yeah. Once again, I can almost guarantee that Larry Geese has Josh Whitman's phone number.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we got to jump into news. It's The Drive.
A federal charge added in a mass transit murder. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News, just over 2 weeks after a Ukrainian refugee was stabbed on a commuter train in Charlotte.
Everyone deserves to go about their daily lives, to get to work, to get to school, just across town without the fear of being attacked.
FBI special agent in charge, James Barnacle, says the system failed in this case. The suspect had multiple prior arrests. The Justice Department now charging DeCarlos Brown Jr. with causing death on a mass transportation system, and he could face the death penalty for the killing of 23-year-old Irina Zarutska.
President Trump addressed her murder from the Oval Office in a video posted Tuesday. He held up her picture and blamed her death on local criminal policies that failed to hold offenders in custody.
She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country.
Brown Jr. has also been charged with murder in Mecklenburg County.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. Concern at the White House after Israel's attack on Hamas leaders inside Qatar.
While eliminating Hamas is a worthy goal, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says Israel's airstrike inside Qatar does not advance Israeli or U.S. goals.
The president views Qatar as a strong ally and friend of the United States and feels very badly about the location of this attack.
Following the strike, President Trump spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
The president made his thoughts and concerns about this very clear.
Leavitt says President Trump also spoke with Qatar's leaders to assure them that such a thing will not happen again on their soil.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Nearly $5 billion in foreign aid will stay frozen for now. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts temporarily leaving it in place as the appeal of a lower court decision continues. America is listening to Fox News.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Days after a Capitol Hill grilling, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. defending his Make America Healthy Again agenda at a MAHA Commission meeting.
We are focusing narrowly on nutrition and metabolic health, food quality, cumulative exposures, gut microbiome, precision agriculture, and mental health.
All of it aimed at curbing chronic disease. An Eagles player accused of spitting on the Cowboys quarterback at the start of the NFL's season opener last Thursday will reportedly avoid suspension. A source telling the Associated Press Jalen Carter is being fined more than $57,000. The Pro Bowl defensive tackle said after the game he made a mistake. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott has described a possible misunderstanding after Prescott Prescott said he had spit straight ahead and that it landed near Carter. Turns out the woman caught on camera with her boss at a concert was already splitting up with her husband.
Former astronomer HR executive Kristen Cabot's husband says the two were already separated before she was caught kissing ex-CEO Andy Byron at a Coldplay concert. In a new statement Monday, Andrew Cabot said he and Kristen were privately and amicably separated several weeks before the Coldplay concert and that their divorce was already underway prior to that evening. Court documents show Kristen filed for divorce in New Hampshire on August 13th. The July incident went viral when a Jumbotron camera caught Byron and Kristen embracing in Boston. Byron ducked in embarrassment while Kristen turned away. Both Byron and Kristen resigned from astronomer following the kiss cam fallout.
Fox's Michelle Polino. New highs on Wall Street after a disappointing revision in jobs numbers dating back to late last year, offering more hope for a rate cut at next week's Fed meeting. The Dow up 196 to a record close, 45,711, a record high close also for the S&P and the NASDAQ. I'm Lisa Brady. This is Fox News.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
You know, for $100 million, you could probably have House of Pain reunite and play in your backyard like 10, 20, 30 times, I bet. What do you think?
You want to play the game?
We could.
All of them?
We could. It's ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Big news of the day for the Illini. Larry Geese, famously of the Geese College of Business, donating $100 million to the university. And the athletic department, largest in school history, and a memorial stadium in lieu of that will now be known as Geese Memorial Stadium. Reaction's been all over the place today, but that is a good question. $100 million. It's kind of like the old, what would you do if you would have won the lottery over the weekend? Which somebody in Missouri won a lot of money. Was it the $1.8 billion jackpot? But $100 million is still a pretty good chunk of change.
That's Jonathan says someone could have won that Powerball and renamed it Kingfisher Stadium. So, guys, I mean, it could be worse. What would you do for $100 million?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to answer that. My goodness. I don't know about that one. I don't want to go into the deep, dark recesses of my brain. And what would I do for $100 million?
Throw that damn ball.
There it is.
That's what I do.
Yeah. What do you want to talk some more about it? What do you want to talk about?
We can. Yeah, why not? We had a few other things lined up for today's show. There's some stuff, like if you want to do NBA stuff, Josh Giddey from the Bulls, he got a contract extension, 4 years, $100 million. Good for Giddey.
Does it matter?
Does it? Probably not for the Bulls. We could do a little bit more Cubs cards talk if you wanted to.
Does it matter?
Well, the Cubs right now have got the 4th spot in the playoffs, so that'd be the number 1 wild card right now in the NL.
Yeah, they'll have that.
So we'll see what happens there.
They're 7.5 back from Milwaukee.
You had a prior engagement yesterday, and so you missed a good chunk of the Jay Lehman hour here, and so you didn't get to talk much Illinois Duke. So we thought maybe we could talk about that. You could give your 2 cents on that as we turn the page, looking forward to Western Michigan. But then this story happened. So let me ask you, what would you do? Not for, but with $100 million.
Maybe that's the better question.
Yeah, what would I do for $100 million?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I got bills.
I'd work. I was about to say. First of all, I got straight cash on me. I got stuff to pay for.
Mm-hmm.
I'd change my name to Geese Memorial Stone.
Would you change your name to Geese Memorial
I'd
Stone?
change my name. If Geese was like, hey, I'll give you $100 million.
What about just Evan Geese?
I'm sure it'd have to be Geese Evan.
Geese Evan.
I'm sure Geese would have to be the
Geese
first
Evan
name.
way more. Geese got to be the first name. Gets top billing. 478 on the Max Twin City Recycling text line says, class of 84 here. I remember the 80s fondly. The Stoner, White, Henson years were epic. Record-breaking crowds week after week for football. I know we've had lean years, but this is where we belong. Love that, man. Love that from the 478 on the text line.
Yes. So, I mean, let's look at this just a little bit, because you go out to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
You play a Duke team that was That was pretty amped. There was I saw a lot of people picking the upset.
Yeah, and everything on paper said they were so evenly matched too.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball. So
yeah, and a lot of people picking the upset. And I had some friends who were out there, and they said at a minimum the crowd was 50-50.
Oh, you could look at that, and I saw people. Okay, so 478 just mentioned the lean years for Illini Athletics.
Oh yeah.
Think about times you went to Memorial Stadium and saw things being pretty thin, right?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. Me too.
We were talking to each other.
We were waving
the field.
each other. Yeah. Hey,
Curtis!
Yo, brother.
What's up?
But that's how it kind of looked to me for Duke on Saturday. There was a lot of orange there, which was awesome to see. You even called that. You said, "Look, Illini fans, we don't get the credit we do for traveling well. But we do travel pretty well.
Travel well. Mm-hmm. I have lots of students in my circle that they made the overnight trip where they drove out there. They were there for the morning. As soon as the game ended, they turned around and drove right back because students can apparently do that type of thing.
Because they're young. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But 50-50 crowd there. And first half was, I don't want to say worrying, but I saw the Manny Diaz defense in the first half where it was, man, these guys are attacking everything we got. It felt like we worked hard for.
And I told Jay this, and you might have missed it. I missed most of the first half. The kiddos had a soccer game, so like you could see all the dads trying not to look at their phones and try to pay attention to the game. You know what I mean? But everybody was kind of doing it. So it was like, oh man. But it's obviously much different when you're watching live or you're at home watching on TV. So, yeah, I that second half, J2, he's like, well, you saw the half you needed to see.
Yeah.
But you're right, that first half.
That first half was hard. I mean, Duke was flying all over the place. Our run schemes just weren't working. Luke had some accuracy issues in the first half that he even said afterwards, man, I'd love to have a couple of those throws back. Misses, Colin Dixon for a touchdown, misses Malik over the middle on a slant route. There were just a few of those. But even in all of that chaos and in all of the, lack of accuracy, no turnovers. And you take care of the ball.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people who were talking about how Duke just gave them this game. Duke is losing this game. Duke gave them 5 turnovers.
It's amazing. Yeah, and I talked about that yesterday with Jay. It's amazing how brains are wired when it
Oh
comes.
my gosh!
Especially when it comes to sport. They played the game. Are they going to get 5? Are the Illini going to get 5 turnovers every? No, they're not going to get that every week. But they got it on Saturday. And
it's not like they received it. You can look at certain turnovers. Okay, the muffed punt. Yeah, he probably should have caught it. Sun's in his eyes. That might be. I'm not going to call it a gift, but that's not normal. Yeah. Whatever. Matt Bailey punching the ball out. That's a defensive play.
Yeah.
Gabe Akis strip sack. That's a defensive play. Tanner Heckel strip sack. First of all, the game's already over, so go ahead and take that turnover out if you're saying they gave us the game. The game was out of hand at that point. That was the backup quarterback that was in. Tanner Heckel's interception. Underthrown ball, but
I loved what Coach Henry said about him after the game, and he said he knew that Heckel was going to be a defensive back because he watched him play basketball. So you could see how high he could jump and what he could do on a basketball court. He's like, all right, this kid can be a DB for me. Yeah, I can see.
I mean, it's just the second half they came out and they just kept – it's what I love about this team. And knowing some of these guys,
it's a fun
they
team.
just kept going. Luke said it afterwards, the whole idea of chop wood, carry water. I love the mentality and the heart of this team in that, okay, you know what? That first half didn't go the way we wanted. I think Jay may have said it yesterday. There's been a lot of games like that where that was our first half and we're down 21-3 going into halftime.
Yeah.
Thinking, okay, man, we just really didn't play well, but maybe we can turn things around. So to play like that and to struggle, yet still have the lead at halftime, and then come out and know who you are and have a game plan and say, we're just going to, we made some adjustments, but we're going to go get it. That is this team's mentality of, hey, things didn't work out the way that we wanted it to in the first half. We're going to adjust a couple of things, but at the end of the day, we're just going to keep moving.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep going. We're going to do what we know how to do. And you saw that come to fruition in the second half with just a beatdown of the Duke football team. And by midway through the third quarter, all of a sudden, Duke fans are gone.
Mm-hmm.
When they busted out the overrated chant 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah, they were a little overzealous. You know they were waiting for that.
Oh, my God.
But there's a time and place to chant overrated at another school.
You can
or
hear it
another
on
team.
TV.
You got to pump again.
Hey.
The era of instant gratification, got to have it right now. All right, you know?
My God.
It's kind of like watching the Bears opening drive and go, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Dude.
Come on now. You know how this story can go. Just slow down.
And I want to say there was a play, 2 throws that I want to make mention of. 2 of the best throws I think I've seen Luke make as an Illinois quarterback. The first one is when he's scrambling around in the first half. He's scrambling around. He hits Justin Bowick at the 1-yard line. They called it a touchdown originally. And reviewed it, put it back at the 1. That's when Caden Fagan ran it in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That throw is one, when you go back and watch that throw, the way that he contorts his body to avoid the rush, to stand in there and take a hit, he drops the arm angle down and slings just a bullet to find Justin Bowick, who makes a great catch coming back to the ball. It's one of the most incredible throws I've seen an Illinois quarterback make.
If I can encourage you, anyone that watches Illini football, when you're watching, whether you're at Memorial Stadium, Geese Memorial Stadium, going to get used to it, whether you're there in person or you're watching at home on Saturday night, watch Luke's footwork and just how you talk about, he took the hit and he had to drop the arm angle. His feet reset. He just looks comfortable in the pocket. He's looked comfortable through 2 games. As he rushed a couple throws, there's some throws that he would like to have back. But, man, overall, he's looked very, very comfortable in the pocket.
Yep. And you know what I didn't see a whole lot of? Even though Duke had 4 sacks in the first half, I think. Maybe 1 or 2 of those, but once again, we talked about, I didn't see Luke holding on to the ball too long and trying to force things. Yeah. The second throw I want to make mention of, as someone who very amateurly and not super well played quarterback.
Wait a minute.
At a low level, not nearly, but if it wasn't for that knee injury, could have been me.
You and Uncle Rico.
Never mind. We're not getting into this.
You don't want to get into Napoleon Dynamite?
No, I just was going to say somebody put a side-by-side clip of Uncle Rico and Arch Manning throwing a football against Ohio State.
There you
and
go.
They're like,
Arch Manning.
They're perfect.
No, the second throw
throw from Luke is when they ran a clear out. So it was third down. They ran 2 fades on the outside. Hank is on the far inside slot position. So they run 2 fades. Hank runs a deep, deep out route. And Luke throws a ball. That is one of the hardest throws in football to make, is the deep out route. And he put it on a rope to Hank Beatty perfectly, where only he could catch it. Got the first down, and then took a nasty shot in the back for a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah.
That was when he made that throw live. I said, whoa.
Yeah.
That was an NFL throw.
A few weeks ago, we were discussing who was going to be the guy that was going to take the next step at wide receiver and what was going to be the weapon this year that would match maybe, say, Pat Bryant. I think we know. I think it's Hank. I think it's Hank Beatty. He's emerging 2 weeks in a row, and you're seeing more and more out of Hank and what he brings to the table at receiver and on special teams.
Yeah.
Special player on the roster right now.
So then you've got, and once again, you don't want to do week 2 overreaction, whatever. But you see how special Hank Beatty is right now.
Yeah, he means a lot to the offense and special teams.
He's a safety valve, but he's not a dump down safety valve. He's I can get open and do something safety valve. But then you also see Justin Bowick and Hudson Clement.
Yeah.
And you've Colin Dixon. You've got guys who can make plays.
Yeah, they got some dogs, man.
My one worry still, and this actually, Lindy's question just comes in.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Lindy and you were on the same page.
That's literally what I was about to go into. Lindy says the real question is who steps up when they start game planning for him.
Yeah.
My one worry still is the ability for these receivers to get open by sheer talent and not just game planning, but to get open. And I don't know if they're there yet. Right now they're open because Lunny is scheming them open, but when you get into conference play and you get into, okay, this is week 8, week 9, all the film is out there.
Yep.
What do you do then? I remember a couple years ago, 2011.
See, you're becoming an old too. This is what happens when we become old.
2011,
years ago.
You come out in those first 6 weeks, you're 6-0 or whatever, and AJ Jenkins is just on fire.
Yeah.
And then the last 6 weeks, teams were like, oh, hey, let's stop that guy.
You mean former first-round pick AJ Jenkins, sir?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Of the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
That was another time when they took AJ. I said, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We had to say whoa to that one. But no, you're right. The first 6-7 weeks of the year, AJ was he was untouchable with that roster, with that group.
Yep. And then Matt from Sydney, same thing. That my boy Cole Rusk with the corner pylon fade that Luke just put out there, and Cole went up and got it at the highest point, got his feet. I mean, just beautiful, just beautiful.
Yeah. We're due for a quick break. We'll do more Illini a big news day for Illini Athletics. We'll do more Illini sports in just a few. Real quick, we can't do the drive without our sponsor, Busey Bank. September is National Preparedness Month, a month dedicated to the awareness of and preparation for emergencies that can happen anywhere at any time, whether at risk for hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, or wildfires. Natural disasters are inevitable. This week, Busey is sharing tips that will ensure that you and your family are financially prepared and protected when a natural disaster strikes close to home. Save money in an emergency account. Have access to important documents that start the recovery process quickly and efficiently, and secure property, homeowners or renters, health and life insurance if you don't already have them. With more than 150 years of strength and service, Busey knows the importance of a lasting promise. Wherever the road of life takes you, Busey is with you every step of the way. For more info about financial preparedness, visit Busey.com. All right, like I said, we are due for a quick break. We'll talk more Illini. And what do you want to do next? Do you want to get into... What do you want to get into? You want to get into spending the $100 million?
I probably shouldn't. No, I want to. Let's look ahead at Western Michigan a little bit, and then I'm very intrigued. You put 2 topics down here that I'm intrigued.
Okay.
To look at
2 different things that are intriguing to you.
So let's get into Western Michigan when we come back, and then we'll get to those.
We'll get intrigued next. It's The Drive.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. Sarah Champagne managing partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com. You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Urbana's Market at the Square is huge on Saturday mornings from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine. For 6 weeks, we now welcome Urbana's Night Market at the Square from 6 to 9 on Thursday evenings. A vibrant, unique evening experience with food trucks, live music and painting, art and maker vendors. Bring your chairs and blankets and have some fun at Urbana's Night Market at the Square Thursday evenings from 6 to 9. Carpet Weaver's Labor Day sale is here with big savings, a huge selection, and everything you need to update your home. Choose Mohawk waterproof luxury vinyl floors or Mohawk Revwood, and the installation is half off. Buy Mohawk carpet and the installation is free. Plus, get up to $1,000 rebate on Mohawk carpets and floors, and get instant rebates on all furniture and rugs. All with special 2 years free financing. Don't miss the Labor Day sale, only at Carpet Weavers.
Michelle Thornsborough. She is, along with her husband Brad, the owner of Grizzly's Chimney Service. What about the various services that you provide?
We provide chimney inspections, cleanings, gas inspections, installs, gas fireplaces, wood inserts, wood stoves. We also do all restoration work to chimneys and fireplaces, tuck pointing, even tuck pointing entire homes if needed. Connect with us by visiting our website, grizzlysweep.com. You can call me at 217-504-2050, or you can visit our Facebook page.
Your next adventure starts right here. Fly Champaign-Urbana and skip the long drive to bigger airports. With American Airlines flights through Dallas and Chicago, you're connected to coastlines, cruises, and global escapes. With connections to over 200 destinations, from here, the world is within reach. Fly Champaign-Urbana, Willard Airport, because the best trips start closer to home.
At Coach House Garages, buildings are more than just garages and backyard sheds. By combining your imagination with their experience, generations of Amish craftsmanship, and the finest quality materials, they build a garage that fits all of your specifications at a budget you can live with. To learn more about what Coach House of Champaign and Danville offers, visit them online at CoachHouseGarages.com or call at 217-351-9073.
More than just a garage. It's a Coach House.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Yes, sir. It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That's Evan Stone. Talking Illini football a lot today. Takes the sting out of talking about any Bears football, which is nice.
Yeah.
And
but at least we're talking football.
Oh, I love it.
Even Bears lost football. It's football season.
Yeah, I mean, it gives me a little heartburn, but still.
We're
there. Talking about it. Yeah.
I'm there.
So would nachos. But we've had a lot of conversation about Illini football, kind of putting a pin in things from the Duke game and looking forward to the sold out Western Michigan Broncos game this Saturday. And you will not be there. You're officiating a wedding. But you know who could be there? Who? Someone listen to us right now. Because we've got some pretty sweet seats to give away.
Yes, we do.
Courtesy of Jets Pizza and Parlor Donuts. All you got to do is text Illini, I-L-L-I-N-I, to 217-359-2255. Hamster fell off the wheel for a second. Almost forgot our number, even though we say it 100 times a show. 217-359-2255. Text Illini. And you just might be on your way to Memorial Stadium. Geese Memorial Stadium, sir.
Yep.
Getting used to that.
Yep.
This Saturday evening for free. All right, so Broncos are on tap.
Yep. I wonder if I'm alone in this. I don't think I am alone in this, but I wonder if I am alone in this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I am.
Well, I'm here with you.
But I wonder.
I'm with you.
Does anyone else, when they see a game coming up against Western Michigan, they get a little uneasy?
Oh, dude, I do. I'm not going to sit and act like I don't. I remember Western Michigan beating the Illini a handful of years ago in what was supposed to be a winnable non-conference game.
Can I tell you something here?
Yes, you can.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
I appreciate it when you do.
Thanks. So the last 5 times Illinois and Western Michigan have played against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this goes back to early 2000s.
Yeah.
5 times that we have played against each other. Illinois has been outscored by 7.
Come on now. Why you got to bring up old stuff?
Illinois has been outscored the last 5 games 111 to 104. There's something about Western Michigan historically that makes me pucker up a little bit and is like, I don't feel good about this. Yes, you have 2008, the disgusting game in Detroit. Yep. Why we played there, nobody knows.
Never
except
will.
Just disgusting. Then we have, like you just mentioned, a couple of years ago, a few years back with Lovey, and Western comes into town and just blows our doors off.
I remember somewhere around the middle of the second quarter. I was there for that one live. I was there with my dad. I remember somewhere around the middle of the second quarter, I was kind of sitting dejected with my chin on my fist in our seat, and I look over at the old man. He's like, do you want to leave at halftime? Like, no, there's plenty of time for this to get turned around. There wasn't, Dad.
There wasn't.
No. We should have left.
So we think of those games, but I want to throw out there, those are not the only games we should be thinking about. Because you can go back. So the game we're talking about is 2016.
Yeah.
We lost 34-10.
Yeah.
Okay. 2012, good year. No, it wasn't. Good game. We won 24-7. Okay, 2011, we won 23-20. 2008, obviously that game that is a nightmare fuel, 23-17. 2004, we beat Western Michigan 30-27.
Good game. Should have been that close, but a good game.
Good grief. Like, here's the reality of the situation is we have played Western Michigan 5 times. Okay? And we have split them in the last 4. We're 2-2. 3-2 overall. I'm not saying that plays anything into effect to this weekend's game other than me personally as a fan and the spirit that I carry, because here's what I think is actually going to happen is I think we're going to walk all over this team. That's not to say anything against Western Michigan. You're going to see the 0-2. That's not to say anything against Western Michigan. I think that's just who this Illini team is.
Yeah. I was over here. I wanted to look up a handful of things in regards to the history of Western Michigan's O-line, because they have churned out quite a few starting left tackles and right tackles. I mean, that's been traditionally the strength of different Broncos programs, has been their rushing attack, and they've had some really good athletes. If you just look at the state as a whole, it's, kind of similar to the things we talk about here with the Illini and recruitment. There's a lot of kids that get overlooked by Michigan or Michigan State, and they end up at Western Michigan. That's a part of it, right?
Yep.
But when Coach Bielema had his presser yesterday, he talked about very complimentary football being played at Western Michigan, and so being prepared in all 3 phases of the game for him, which is what you would expect to see anyways. But that is kind of a change of pace, though, traditionally from what you get out of the Broncos. You usually get a rushing attack out of the, certain schools, certain colleges, certain NFL teams, whatever. That's the, quote, style of football they play. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's another test for the Illini secondary on Saturday night at Geese Memorial Stadium, sir.
Yeah. This Western team so far, they've run the ball pretty heavy. And so I'm interested, just in case you guys have not kept up to date with what Western has done this year. They're 0-2, so you'll see that on the score sheet before the game. They're 0-2. They had a week 1 game at Michigan State. They lost 23-6. And then week 2, they were home against North Texas, who's a scrappy team. North Texas, the mean green, baby.
They're wiry.
They're an interesting team, but they lost that one as well, 33-30. But North Texas right now, they're favored against Washington State. Oh, wazoo. But Western Michigan, they're 2-0 against the spread. They've covered both games they've played. They've not made it easy by any stretch of the mind for either opponent they've played against. So I don't know. It's an interesting game that according to puntandrallye.com, Western Michigan runs 67% of the time.
That very well could change Saturday evening if they find themselves down 14-0 very quickly or 21-0 real quick.
I also love Western. So this website I use, it gives you breakdowns of the games and the teams and the rosters, and it's got notes, and it's good to see it. And so it's got Illinois notes on June 6th. I love that it dates it. It says QB Altmaier. It's his third year with offensive coordinator Lenny. They have big goals this year. That's good, right? Western Michigan notes August 30th. QB B Jones starter. B Lowry is QB2. Both bad. That's not the note you want. We suck. We suck. Yeah. Just both bad. But I think this is a game, and 217's got it right on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Can't overlook any game. That's when you lose the easy ones.
Yeah.
Me as a fan, yes, I can. I can overlook any game I want. That's fine. The team cannot. There's a big game next week. That is already getting prime time setting on NBC.
Yeah, in national broadcast on NBC.
Next week, we're at
game.
Indiana, one of the highest profile games that we've been looking forward to in this season. You can't overlook you want to ruin next week, lose to Western Michigan this weekend.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
No.
And so, yes, I don't believe this coaching staff more than anyone else. They're not overlooking anybody. I love the 1-0 mentality. Chop wood, carry water, baby. This is the opportunity that we got. So we're going to go out there and we're going to do what we can do. But as a fan, Western Michigan makes me a little sick.
Oh, I can't sit here and act like it's not one that goes, Yeah, because of history. But this is, we're going to talk about this a lot for the 2025 season.
Yeah. I was just
sustained success. It's a different time, a different era. It's not the Illini of old. We're going to have that conversation a lot, and it should be expected among fans. You're changing the mentality. When you talk about culture change, that's something that gets thrown around so much with sports. That phrase, whether you're talking about high school athletics or whatever, culture change. You're changing the culture. When it really happens, you have to kind of rewire your brain a little bit. There's a little bit of fan therapy, I guess, that goes along with it, I was shocked when I looked up their 5-game series that they've played, and that Illinois has been outscored in 5 games against Western Michigan by a touchdown. Well,
We use the word OSCE equals the knowledge of being, the K, the knowledge.
Not a W.
Yeah, but do you want to know something frustrating?
I would love to know something frustrating.
Well, maybe not.
My life is frustrating. Hit me with some frustration.
But Tim Beckman was 1-0 against Western Michigan.
Yeah, he was.
Our biggest win against Western Michigan?
Yeah.
Tim Beckman.
Yeah, he was.
24-7.
Mm-hmm.
Go fight in the Illini.
Lovey's 0-1, and Ron Zook was 2-1. Sorry, my math was really kicking me right there.
That's okay. Matt in Sydney says Illinois is favorite by 27.5. They're going to cover the spread. He tossed that in on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. What say you, Evan Stone? Do you want to etch anything in stone just yet?
No, I've got some games that I'm going to etch in stone later this week. Some really interesting plays. I try to keep Illinois out of the etch in stone stuff just because that's a little too close to home. Yeah. However, I would like to think yes, but I don't. It's so interesting in this new year of college football playoff. How much does scoreboard watching play into it?
Oh, yeah.
So I think historically in the last, 4 years, 5 years, whatever, I think Brett Bielema would be totally fine going into this game. He's not worried about covering a spread or whatever.
No, but you want to look
dominant. Get up by 20, 21 points, and all of a sudden you're going to see we'll coast this bad boy out. Now when you're fighting for one of those last playoff spots potentially, and you got some tough games coming up.
Yeah.
Do you want that 30, 35, 40-point win going across the ticker?
Style points matter more than ever in college football, man.
So I don't know. Can Illinois cover? I would think if these two teams played 10 times, I would say 8 of those 10 times they cover easily. 4-touchdown win against Western Michigan. However, I don't know.
However,
absolutely nobody.
I'd like to apologize to.
No, I feel like this is a game where you see Illinois win by 3 scores.
Yeah.
Are they going to cover the spread? They can. But
great analysis. They can, but also they might not.
I'm approaching this. I would approach this similar to, quite frankly, the Western Illinois game. You wanna look dominant in all 3 phases of the game, but as a wise man once said to me, you can't just toss your jock on the field and win. So you're gonna have to show up and do the work, and you want to get out of it healthy and move on to next week's primetime game with Indiana. But you get through this one first, right? One game at a time.
One game at a time. 1-0 mentality, baby.
Yeah. So, no, I think you see Illinois by 3 scores in the third quarter, then Luke should be catching his breath. He should be chilling a little bit. But style, I don't know how much emphasis Coach Bielema puts on style points right now, being the 9th-ranked team in the country. I don't know.
I think
you'd rather see your backups in late in the game and still putting points on the board, quite frankly.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is I think when you think about backups, maybe not so much right now on the offensive line, but I feel pretty confident in Ethan Hampton or Carson Boyd coming in here with Khalil Valentine or whoever and Ashton Hollins, and I think they can still put up.
Yeah,
they can put up some points.
Yeah.
So,
all right, man, we're due for another quick break. When we come back, I want to ask you a question. Well, I'm going to ask you now. I want you to think about this.
Oh, okay.
If you ever bought any, I want to call it counterfeit merchandise, but any, shall we say, secondhand sports memorabilia, stuff that you're like, this is not a Nike jersey.
Non-sanctioned.
Yeah, we'll call it non-sanctioned. A jersey that would make someone go,
what the hell?
When they see you wearing it, or a hoodie or something like that. But it still says Illini on it, or it still says Bears or Cubs or whatever on it. You ever bought anything like that? You ever been at like a covered bridge festival, let's say, or some sort of local festival, and you're like, hey, man, where did they get all these jerseys from? And you bought it for $15-$20. You ever had that experience?
Do you want me to answer now when we come back?
I want you to think about it. And then we'll get into it when we come back. And you think about it as well. It's The Drive.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Here's what new customers are saying about Interstate Batteries.
It's nice to see capable and helpful associates. They did a top-notch job.
They were easy to talk to and explained everything.
Service was prompt and I was a walk-in. Total service time was only like 20 minutes. I highly recommend Interstate Batteries.
Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable. How much is dependable worth? Experience them for the first time at 2504 North Mattis. Way out there, but worth the drive. Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable.
Visit interstatebatteries.com.
All right, so let's talk about it. What about Gail Frericks Trucking? How are you with drivers, et cetera? How's it going?
Hey, we're coming down to the time where we're going to get some grain going in the fields. Our regional over-the-road trucks are pretty well full, but what we do is have a couple of spots that we bring in some new people to start out hauling the grain out of the field. They're home every night. They make good money, and they work a lot over 6 or 7 weeks. That's all dictated by the weather, so if the weather's good on the weekend, we're going. And then those people just transition into a regional job when the grain's done.
Awesome. Need good people for that, for sure.
Yep, need 2 or 3 good people for that. We'll be starting here in probably 3 or 4 weeks.
How do you get that process started, Tim Onstadt?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com. They can call the office at 765-793-7131.
And you hit number 4 for that
auto
attendant.
Number 4 on the auto attendant, yeah.
We're back. Today's topic, home appliances. Our guest is Paul Reekin from Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Hey, Chris.
Caller, go ahead.
Yo, hey, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
I'm appliance shopping at a big box store. Can't seem to find anyone to help me. What do I do?
I get this one a lot. You actually may not find anyone.
What can be done?
Well, at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, one of our trained, low-pressure sales associates will greet you when you come in and be ready to find you the best deal on an appliance.
Great. I still don't see anyone here. Hello.
He's off the grid, Paul.
We'll get him the help he needs. Let's take another call.
You're on with Paul from Dick Van Dyke.
My oven is only a few years old and already needs a repair. I bought it from a store that said they have service. I haven't seen a repairman yet, and it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, this is a bad one. Ma'am, lots of stores claim to have repair service, but if they can't get to you in 2 days or less, that's not service at all. We'll get a factory-trained technician out to you right away.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Hi, this is Les Hovland with Philo Exchange Bank. At our banks, we know the hearts of our communities beat with the rhythm of agriculture. Ag lending continues to be something we've excelled at for over 140 years. To you, the farmer, your business has been built on trusted relationships. When it comes to your banking relationship, we want to be your trusted partner.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
You ever go to a street fest? You see somebody that's selling some sports swag, Evan Stone, and you think, that's a pretty cool looking Illini shirt. I might have to buy that. Well, that's a cool Bears hoodie. I might want to buy that one, or a Cubs jersey, something like that. You ever see it?
I have, yeah.
Yeah? Was it official merchandise, or did you even care?
Depends on the price.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the price.
That's exactly what it depends on.
Yeah,
the price.
and two things. It depends on the price, but also it depends on the quality. Patrick and Muhammad text in. Bought an orange Fighting Illini IO jersey during his final year. Cheaper price than the usual Nike price. Has a significant fluorescent tint to the orange.
Oh, interesting.
His wife makes fun of him still to this day. That's what, like, if it's high quality, like, oh, that is the same color, is the same logo.
You think, who's going to care? Who's going to know?
Yeah.
It's ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That's Evan Stone. I bring it up because I saw this. I always love looking at these different sports studies. And we have one we can be proud of in the state of Illinois. We are officially the #1 state for buying fake merchandise, sir. We did it, baby. Shake it for me. We did it. That is according to to a lot of stats and figures. But it's
according to Bob.
No, it's from ingame.com. That's where you can find a lot of. It's really cool. They've got brains far smarter than mine with ingame.com. But they looked at all sorts of stuff, and a lot of it is online sales. But overall, the #1 reason. Now, this is just the one thing I'm going to bring up here is NFL stuff right now. This is the numbers I've got in front of me.
Okay.
All right. That is the #1 reason for this is because of how expensive NFL jerseys are. The average cost right now for an NFL jersey, do you know?
$115.
$170.
Yikes!
That's the cost right now, and the NFL just released their NFL Rivalries jersey. All right, so if you really want to show you're a Bears fan and that you don't like the Packers, you can get a Bears rivalry jersey, sir. I don't know what the difference is. Quite frankly.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Does it
say
"Screw the Packers" on the back of it?
Like, I hope so. But yeah, and this is the funny thing to me too. Bears jerseys are among, as far as the fake ones go, they're among the most affordable. Average cost for a fake Bears jersey, according to ingame.com, is $125 a pop. you want to know who's really spending the cheddar on the fake stuff?
Who's that?
Jacksonville Jaguars fans, $180 a pop.
Oh my
pop. So it's
gosh.
right on. What's going on, Shad Khan? You got to look into this, man. Get Tony
Well,
on the case and.
That feels more like the Jacksonville humans. Like you're,
Florida.
You're dropping $180.
We might be buying the fake stuff at the Covered Bridge Festival, baby, but we're thrifty about it too. And for what this is worth, like I said, here are the top states. All right, we're number 1, followed by Virginia, Texas, California, and Florida. Now, when I hear Texas, California, and Florida, I think football. I think, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, absolutely. Virginia, okay, maybe, huh? I don't know. I was a little surprised to see Virginia was there as the second state for the fake
Is
merch.
that what the former Commanders
Valid. There you
organization probably drives that up a little bit?
That's a good point. Yeah. There you go. That's a good point. But we've already had a few texts rolling in on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Jonathan in Champaign makes a good point here. He says Chief Illini Wick merch is out there, and that's a knockoff. Well, obviously. Yeah, they're not producing a lot of Chief Illini Wick stuff anymore. That I don't like. That's not the traditional stuff, but I still have it because it still represents the Chief, which outweighs the knockoff part. All right. Okay. Do with that what you will. It's your money. 217 says, I saw a guy wearing an Abdul-Jabbar UCLA jersey once. I just laughed because as a Bruin, he was Lou Alcindor. There you go. That's from the 478. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here's one I got for you.
That's funny.
I got one for you. Now, this isn't a knockoff jersey. This was a real one. Okay, so that's been 10, 15 years ago. Rural King had a deal with Illini Athletics where you could buy throwback Dick Butkus jerseys. You could buy, and they were Illini jerseys and Bears jerseys. And one year I got my dad one for Christmas, and I got tickets for us to go see the Bears play the Rams in St. Louis. We're walking into the Dome at St. Louis, and this guy stops us, and he goes, hey, did you get that at Rural King? And I was like, yeah, well, you blew my cover there. Yeah, that's where I got it for him. I was like, how would you know that? He goes, oh, I work for such and such jersey company. I helped broker that deal between the university and the Bears and Rural King. He's like, I've never seen anybody wear one of these out in public before, so I'm pretty happy to see that. And it was like, he's listing off all these towns in East Central Illinois. I'm like, well, where are you from? He's like, I'm from the Northwest Burbs in Chicago, but I know they were at Rural King in Paris and Robinson and Charleston and Mattoon and blah, blah, blah. So just a random thing. But that was officially licensed, so I was pretty proud of myself on that one.
Dude, yeah. Dan Stiebel's got the plug on the text line right now. Stephen Barry's was king. You go to Stephen Barry's, man, you'll get all sorts of stuff. I was in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And you go to the kind of the outdoor markets down there, and all of a sudden, I mean, just soccer jerseys everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
So I had about 10 Messi jerseys and a couple Ronaldos, and none of them were official, but they were all $7 each.
There you go.
So it's like, all right, whatever.
They all added up to one real.
They added up to one
jersey.
real one, and they all shredded in the dryer 2 years later. It's like.
Here's one for you. Okay, this is my bootleg story. It was the year that the Houston Oilers moved to Tennessee to become the Titans, and this came at one of the Covered Bridge festivals over in Indiana. I have a Tennessee Oilers hoodie from when I was a kid, sir. Didn't have the Titans name on it. Still had the logo.
Go.
Yeah, it was a combination of whatever.
The little oil tower.
Yeah, it had the oil tower, but it says the Tennessee
Oh.
Oilers on it, and had a very fake Reebok logo.
Just
like my mom was like, "This is just $10. Would you like it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
It's cool."
Yeah.
And then I got home and realized they were the Tennessee Titans, not the Tennessee Oilers, and felt dumb.
I've seen some the best knockoffs that I love spotting and noticing are knockoff Jordans.
Oh, those are everywhere.
And so
Yeah.
you've got, the typical Jordan logo with him with the basketball. He's dunking it, jumping from the free throw line or whatever.
Mhm.
But some of them will have his hand is turned over. So he's doing a layup.
A layup instead of a dunk. Yep.
And it's just like little slight differences there. Yeah, Dan, I've seen those jackets. I'm not going to say what they are. But, yeah, I've seen those everywhere, Dan. So I think I actually have one in the basement. Yeah, Stephen Barry's was I had a Stephon Marbury jersey from Stephen Barry's.
Oh yeah.
And Steven Jackson jersey from Stephen Barry's, and I'm not really a jersey guy anymore though, so I don't think I have a ton of jerseys.
Trying to think if it was if that's where I got my Harold Miner jersey back in the day. I feel like it was, but I could be wrong. I think that's where I got it though. Remember Harold Miner? Baby Jordan, just because he could dunk like crazy, played for the Heat.
Nope.
That was his claim to fame. Harold Miner, Baby Jordan, but never amounted to his airness in any way.
That's what. Jonathan, is that what you think we're good at? You think we're going to have the answer to that? Maybe someone else will. Jonathan, I'm going to help you out here. He texts
on the
in.
Text line, what did he say?
Maxwell City Recycling text line, 217-359-2255. What's the best way to get stains out of jerseys and hats? I got a Dan Marino jersey, and it's got a stain on it. Now, you didn't know this is what you were coming here for.
Oh, Lord.
But here we are. So if somebody can help my brother Jonathan out, what's the stain? That's probably important.
Well, that's important to how you're getting it out, because
is it a banana that you dropped on you, or is it blood?
I've heard a lot of people talk about using hairspray to get stains out of clothes.
Hairspray.
Gum. Use hairspray or aerosol spray in general to get gum out of your clothes if you get gum on a shirt.
Yeah, the type of stain I think is important.
I think it's important. Sometimes you got to blot. Sometimes you got to scrubs. I don't know. We'll see. Well, you know what? Let's give people a chance to respond, see if they can help out Jonathan. We got to take one more break, and we'll get back into our counterfeit merch discussion. Maybe talk some more about the newly christened Geese Memorial Stadium. It's been a fun one today, man.
Yeah, Dan, you got someone calling you out. You you're wearing brown and blue tennis shoes on game days. They're not orange and blue, brother. They're brown and blue. So
getting feisty on the text line. All right, we'll take a quick break. Be back for more. It's The Drive.
Hi, Randy Graham here with Curtis Orchard. We are open for the season. Your apple donuts are ready, so come out now. We also made improvements like an expanded Land of Oz area with new games, more mazes, and a new shade pavilion. Our gift shop has more to offer than ever before, so come out and see the full selection. Of course, we still have your favorites like peaches, apples, produce, fritters, pies, cider, preserves, and popcorn. There's something here to make everyone smile. Visit curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook.
Trinity Home Medical in Central Illinois has you covered. For 22 years, they've been your trusted source for medical support. Now they're excited to offer continuous glucose monitors. No more finger sticks. Get real-time glucose readings to avoid dangerous spikes and crashes. Most insulin-dependent diabetics qualify through insurance, and they handle everything: insurance processing, delivery, education, and support. Call Trinity Home Medical today at 877-663-0202 or visit trinityhme.com.
Back to school means back to Jets. Right now, get a build-your-own large two-topping pizza for just $14.99 with code JETS101. Choose your crust, Detroit-style, hand-tossed, or thin, and make it yours with bold flavors like turbo, butter, garlic, or Cajun. Perfect for feeding hungry kindergartners all the way to worn-out grad students. For a limited time, get your large two-topping pizza for $14.99 now at jetspizza.com with code JETS101. It's not just pizza, it's Jets Pizza.
When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation, so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's BERG tanksinc.com.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com.
You've heard about the doggy bag, right? From Bulldog Disposal Muhammad, a 6 cubic yard canvas bag that can be used for easy cleanup instead of a big dumpster. The one-time use bag is now available, and you can save the delivery charge. Get the doggy bag at Do It Best Hardware in Champaign at 107 West Springfield. So fill up the bag, call Bulldog Disposal, have it disposed of, and you'll be organized. Go to bulldoggybag.com for all the details. That's bulldoggybag.com.
Urbana's Market at the Square is huge on Saturday mornings from 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine. For 6 weeks, we now welcome Urbana's Night Market at the Square from 6 to 9 on Thursday evenings. A vibrant, unique evening experience with food trucks, live music and painting, art and maker vendors. Bring your chairs and blankets and have some fun at Urbana's Night Market at the Square Thursday evenings from 6 to 9.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
It is The Drive. ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. We've had a lot of fun today. Big news day for Memorial Stadium, now Geese Memorial Stadium, after Larry Geese donating $100 million to the athletic department. And something you'll have to get a little used to before the Western Michigan game, the new name for the stadium. Also, we've had a few people reach out, including our friend Jay Lehman, and ask, hey, are we at Pia's this Friday? We are not. We're not there for
well, not
this
officially.
Friday.
Not
well,
officially.
We might be hanging out there on Friday.
I might be going there for some dinner, but
no, but